confirm with everyone else. And we're live. Welcome to another exciting edition of the KWF Hour featuring your host, J.R. Rock of the evening.
What's up, Johnny? What's up?
What's up, brother? What's up?
Just hanging and banging, man. Keeping it real. Getting ready for the show coming up on Sunday, round 2 of the Chase for the Championship tournament.
That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah, brother. You just came off the Latino Fest.
Yes, sir.
How about you let the folks at home know how that went?
I think it was great. We had a huge turnout. Everybody seemed to enjoy the show. Definitely going to be back at the Latino Fest next year.
Heck yeah, because that's something that I know was a great show because the fans were loving it. They were receptive all night. Not a single person was sitting down. Everyone was enjoying what they were seeing, from Jacob Ratliff beating up Ray Estrella, who is an international champion and superstar in the Latino world.
Yes, sir. He had all his championship belts on display.
Sure did, and the fans, they loved him.
Yeah, and not only are we coming off Latino Fest, we're coming off the big show we had at the Powell County Fairgrounds in Mudsling, which also will be back there next year as well.
Heck yeah. I love hearing that because that was a great show too.
Yep, we're trying to have all our shows, our goal is to have a great show. So we're hoping that this Sunday will be a great show, and then when we have Rage on the stage on October 18th in Louisville, we're hoping that'll be another great show as well.
Definitely, because y'all already got some great matches. I've seen all these matches, and there not one match on that card is bad. Every match is perfect, and I believe that people should be going out there just to see those matches alone.
Well, that's our goal, to have great matches on every show. So right now we're always in the process of trying to book the best matches we can, at the same time trimming the fat and not using the guys that we don't think's cutting the mustard at KWF, so we can maintain that high level of excitement.
That's right. Because y'all been having some great wrestlers, so I believe that if you see someone that's not going to cut the mustard, you're going to be cutting them like, no.
That's exactly right. If they're not living up to the standard, we're going to show them to the door and bring somebody else in that can.
Exactly. Because y'all proving that KWF is the show that people want to go to, because y'all have got top-level talent. Y'all have so many talent that I've been watching come to those doors that tells me that Kentucky Wrestling Federation is the place to be. Because that belt, man, everyone wants that belt.
That's right. Everybody wants that silver belt. They love it. Same thing with the tag titles and the ladies title. We're trying to bring as many young and up-and-coming stars as we can to help the KWF longevity for the future. So not only are we using older veterans, we're bringing up the young and upcoming stars as well.
Heck yeah, because so many of those guys, they saw what you were selling and they went in. Especially guys like Charles Colton. He wants the title.
Yes, sir.
Michael Montana, he definitely wants the title. Ethan Hire, he wants the title. Frank the Tank, even.
Everybody.
They want it.
Well, I know Sean Christopher has his sights set on it, him and old grubby hands Calamity Jane. You know, I tried to do him a favor and knock some sense into her at Latino Fest. I don't know if it worked or not.
Apparently, she's still trying to say that's all your fault for everything. I don't know what that's about.
I don't understand. I mean, they had the open challenge. Her and her new client, Creed Costello, were looking for some action, so I was trying to oblige them, but they weren't happy with the results.
Exactly. And
I mean, even though they cheated me out of a victory with her holding my leg, but, you know, they still weren't happy with the end result.
Because they knew that you were going to get your lick back, and that's exactly what happened. They didn't quite expect it to happen like that, but it went that way.
That's right. He may beat me in the singles, but we got our hands raised in the main event.
That's right.
Man tag.
And Clem Jane's her ego's been inflating even more. Apparently, he's been telling her that she's the greatest manager in Kentucky, and I've been trying to tell her, hey, there's only one greatest manager in Kentucky, and his name was Gentleman Jim Chadwick.
You got that right. I heard a lot of people make the claim that they're the greatest manager in Kentucky wrestling history, and I always say, unless you're Jim Chadwick, it ain't you.
That's right. And she's getting her head filled with all these ideals from him, that to the point where she thinks that she's already the greatest manager, and I'm thinking, no. You're just got a inflated ego that's got a chip on your shoulders because you got this guy named Sean Christopher who's telling you that you're with him, and because his name is Showtime, that now that makes you a star. But here's the thing, until she's doing what Jim and Jim was doing, she is never going to be the greatest.
Hey, it's hard to change and have a new outfit for every match. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now.
That's right.
Now, I know he calls himself Showtime, but I've been hearing a lot of people say he's more like No Time. But, that I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. And Travis Crawford said, Frank the Tank, one of my favorite wrestlers ever. Great guy, great wrestler. He was a great wrestler Sunday because he was going at it with everyone.
Oh, yeah, Frank. I've known Frank for a long time. I've seen him do a lot of stuff. Back in the day, he used to do suicide dives and topes over the top rope.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
That's right. And he could still move like that if he wanted to, but he's dialed it down some because he knows that all he needs is to splash you and it's over with. Because he splashed the Masked Superstar, and I think the Masked Superstar finally figured out what Frank the Tank was selling.
Yeah, oh, he did. Yeah, I understand. But, it still wasn't enough to keep us down.
That's right. And Travis Carver said, Calamity Jane is the great. No, she is not the greatest manager, Travis. The greatest manager is Gentleman Jim Chadwick because he's the man that inspired this right here and inspired this. If it wasn't for him, there would not have been a manager in Kentucky.
Now, I have to admit, Calamity is an up-and-coming manager in the state of Kentucky. Pretty soon, all the companies are probably going to be like, hey, Calamity, can you come manage our guys to championship gold? But she's not at the top yet, but she's on a good trajectory.
That's true. She is because I got to, for a moment, dial back my hatred that she's betrayed me because watching her, it reminds me of Scary Sherry Martell.
Oh, yes. Sensational Sherry.
That's right.
Now, are you going to be at the show Sunday?
Yes, I will.
Supposed to be there with the podcast title to explain her actions with revoking it from Marty Clay and whatever she's going to do with it. Are you going to be there to hear that explanation?
I will be there on hand to hear that explanation.
Okay, I'm excited to see what she's got to say.
Me too, because it's crazy that I thought that I could trust her, and then because my champion goes out to defend his championship, which, by the way, is a sanctioned match that he was defending in, she decides to get her grubby mitts onto the towel and take it and strip him of the towel. And now, only Lord knows what she's doing to the towel. I ain't seen a peep of it. I ain't seen it nowhere.
She was going to take care of it on TikTok.
Yeah, I saw a video. She said it lived with her now or something.
Yeah, she's taking care of it.
That's her new baby.
But here's the thing, JR. When you got the championship and you're keeping it under wraps in a shadow place and you're not spit shining it, you're not keeping it clean, not taking care of the strap itself, what's the point of having the towel if you're not going to do any of that?
I understand. I'm sure she's got plans for it. I just need to know one thing, Johnny. Since that tile's her new baby, are you paying child support on it? What's the deal, buddy?
I don't pay child support. Sorry.
I think that one might be on Andy since it's Andy's title, right?
Okay. Well, Andy, you have to pay some child support on that belt.
That's
buddy.
right, because she's got the baby and it's, man, I didn't even see it at the fairgrounds.
No, she's keeping it under wraps until October 5th. I guess it's going to be in the building. She's going to do something with it, but who knows what. I mean,
Is it going to be in the building?
Yep, the belt will be in the building with Calamity.
That's right. We're going to find out what these plans are because, man.
And I know Sean Christopher will be there. I don't know if her new stable mate, Creed Costello, will be in attendance or not, but one of them, at least one of them will be there, maybe both of them.
That's right. And even at Latino Fest, I didn't see the belt. It was nowhere.
She's keeping it under wraps, under guard. She wants everybody to get a hold of it.
I don't think Marty Clay is ever going to see that towel ever again because he had his chance to get it back.
Did he get some kind of title shot to get it back or a rematch or something?
He does get a rematch because you got to remember, the champion that had the title, he gets his automatic rematch clause. So whenever he wants to.
Is Marty not the champion or is he the champion? What's going on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because she stripped him of the towel. So I don't think that he is the champion anymore.
She did say she stripped him.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know the guidelines of what y'all doing with the belt. So I guess we'll find out Sunday.
Yes, we will because she's gotten inside of her head that she's bigger than the podcast. Yet she's doing things under our rules. And that's making me confused.
Well, I don't know if it's under our rules. I think it might be under our name, but our rules, I don't think so.
But here's the thing, Emili, intern. She took our towel from the champion. She stripped him officially is what she's claiming. But she has not made anything to prove that she stripped him. I don't know what's going to happen. Sunday night is the only time we're going to find out if she has truly and once and for all officially stripped Marty Clay of his rightful place as champion.
Yep, we'll find out for sure. And I'm sure she'll probably have more henchmen on hand to do her bidding.
Exactly.
She has a good reason.
I mean, Creek Costello has already joined her. We saw that at Latino Fest. Probably was inside her back pocket that night that she stripped Mark Clay by taking the title from him.
I wouldn't doubt it. Creed was in attendance at that night, so
Yeah.
he's probably in on it.
Yeah, and there's no telling who else she would be having a part of that collective, because she's calling it her collective now. And you got Showtime. Sean Christopher's already part of that. We saw that because they pulled the wool underneath our eyes. I'm still hurt by that, by the way, because she was one of us. We were like this, J.R. Rock, tight. And then that's when I found out all along, her and Sean Christopher, they had a plan. She took the title from Marty Clay.
Well, it worked, I guess. She's got the
It
belt.
did.
You don't.
Yeah, and Marty Clay, he didn't do anything after that. I think they was too upset
Well, I
to do
know Marty's
anything.
very distraught about the whole situation.
Exactly.
He thought she was out there to cheer for him, and she turned her back on him, ran off with his
Exactly.
championship.
And after that, he grabbed me and Andy by the shirts and he was asking, did we have anything to do with it? That put us in a bad spot because we don't know how to explain her actions. And only this Sunday will we find out what her damn actions were for. She keeps on telling me to shut up for some reason. She's got a big head. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we'll see what she's got to say. We'll also see more matches in the heavyweight title tournament. We'll also have a ladies match. We're going to have Big Mama from NWA and NWF in the building. She'll be wrestling Lucy Sweet.
Hell yeah.
To showcase some of the ladies' talent to help move forward to the ladies' tournament we're going to have at the beginning of next year. We're going to keep bringing in more ladies and have a one-night-only tournament for their title belt as well.
And that title is a gorgeous title as well. I've seen it. You've all seen it. Have you seen it? Because you were there that night.
I don't think so.
Oh, you're going to have to look at it.
I was there, but I don't pay attention.
You're going to have to look at it then because it's a nice pink strap, a beautiful century plate, everything about that title, chef's kiss.
It's got a modern Rosie the Riveter busting through the front.
That's
plate of the
right.
belt.
Every girl that's on that tournament is going to want that championship. Starting with Big Mama.
Yes,
You can't count her out. Let's be sweet. You got a long road to climb if you think you're going to beat Big Mama.
Yep. Also, the tag team tournament starts in December. The first match of the King of the Ring style tag team tournament. One match per show until the champion's crowned. I've got tag teams coming out of the woodwork reaching out saying they want a piece of those belts and they want a chance. So that's shaping up to be a really good tournament as well.
Hell yeah, because that's something I've been looking forward to. Since you showed those titles to us, the purple straps, they pop.
Yes.
And that really helps the center plates really stand out.
Purple and black and silver looks very nice together.
And no one else has these types of titles. That's why I know the tag teams that are coming out of the woodworks, they want to be the first ones to say that they're the KWF Tag Team Champions of the world.
Yes, and these aren't knockoff. They're 100% original designs that we had made just for our company.
Hell yeah. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to all these shows.
I'm excited. I want to see who's going to win the first heavyweight, the first ladies, and the first tag team championship.
That's
I'm
right.
really excited to crown new champions.
Because when we do finally get who is the definitive champions, they got a long road ahead of them because they're going to have targets on their back. Because there's so many talents in KWF that's going to want those championships. And it's going to be a tough road to prove that the champions deserve to be the ones to say that they got to have that first dibs on it.
That's correct. Now, at this show for the second round, Zodiac, the Mad Taylor will be in the house, Lifeguard Ross, Sean Christopher, Marcus Johnson, along with several other top talent across the state. All these matches will be randomly drawn before the show to get the pairings for the tournament, and whoever wins on Sunday will advance to the final round in November.
Hell yeah. And I can't wait for that. Because this Sunday is the second round of the KWF Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Y'all want to go for the silver? You go for the silver. the matches that we're going to see, I'm willing to wanting to see.
With the talent we've got lined up, it doesn't matter how the matches align. Should be great matches, very competitive matches.
Exactly. And plus, you can't go wrong with it because y'all got a good setup with how y'all do things. And everything y'all do, every show that I've been to for KWF so far has been a banger.
Good.
I guarantee that the fans need to go out and check this out because I'm telling you, KWF may be right now in the beginnings of its lifespan, but I guarantee that it is one of the best promotions in the state of Kentucky.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, our show this Sunday will be at the Thornhill Education Center in Frankfort, 700 Leslie Avenue. Doors open at 3 o'clock, bell time 4 o'clock. And then when we have our finals in November, they will be at our new location in the Eastwood Shopping Center at the Monte Carlo Event Center in
Nice.
Frankfort.
And that's going to be a fire time because y'all got that new venue. Y'all going to be doing y'all's thing for the third round of this heavyweight tournament. And I can't wait to be at that new place.
Yeah. Also, if you're interested in training to be a wrestler, once we get in the new venue, we're going to have weekly training sessions. So anybody who wants to be a wrestler, a manager, referee, get in contact with me. We'll have the weekly training.
That's right. Y'all hear it here first. Y'all should be contacting J.R. Rock as soon as that happens because y'all going to get the best training of your life. Be ready to find out what real training is, though, because he's not going to go easy on you. You're going to make sure that they're in tip-top shape to be the best professional wrestler that they can be.
Maybe we can get you back in the training room, Johnny. Next time you won't get beat by Andy so bad and you have a match with him.
Hey, that's true. But then, remember, I'm the one that whooped his ass.
Oh, that's true.
I hit him with the double knees, and he's still crying about it. I'm like, Andy, that was a year ago, and he's still saying, I got a concussion from that. Well, that must be a hell of a concussion to have it all the way to now.
Yep. And once we have our training up and going, I'm going to use my connections to bring in other legends from the state to help train.
The camera is fixed, Andy.
Loverboy Brock Landers, Donnie Green, Ray Steele, Al Steele. I'll bring all those guys in to help be guest trainers at some point during training sessions.
That's right. And those sound like great guys to have helping with the training. Because I already know that guys like Donnie Green, Al Steele, Barry Steele, so many great guys that you could bring in to help you out and get this training done. Everyone that you're going to have training with you is in good hands.
I've also talked to the legend Tuffy about coming in and help with training once we get up and going. So it'll be great teachers and instructors for the training.
That's right. And plus, when you get Tuffy, everyone should know if he decides that he wants to chop you, maybe it's a good idea not to say yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Because Tuffy does like the double chop, and double chops are not great.
Tuffy's got some of the hardest chops I've ever felt. I mean, I tried to get some licks in on Creed on Sunday, but my chops aren't anything compared to Tuffy's.
Yeah. And Tuffy, when he was at the show, you could tell that he still got that itch because he was watching and during setup and teardown, and he had a few pointers to help security man Chris on how to get the ring set up. He's like, you can do this or you can do that. And Chris, even though security guard Chris knows how you do it, Tuffy's like, well, it don't hurt to also have a little bit of advice from someone like me because he's been around.
Any advice Tuffy can offer is good advice.
That's right. And plus, we got to learn how the NWA would do it because he'd put two boards on top of each other. Mm-hmm. And that would go onto the tray, and then you take the boards off to fix them right. And even whenever he was inside the ring, he was letting security man Chris know if the board is not sticking up, then it's okay. Because at first he thought that the board was sticking up and messing up the mat.
Yeah.
But it was actually in perfect position because Tuffy got inside the ring and he was running it. And he was like, okay, that's good. You did everything right. You don't have to worry about it. The board is not sticking up. It is not coming up when you fall.
I agree. It doesn't matter to me how they do it as long as they get the ring set up and it's set up right. Do it however they want. I don't care.
Exactly. As long as it's safe for the wrestlers because you got to remember, you when you set up the ring, you got to make sure that the wrestler's not going to end up having an unfortunate event befall them because you basically didn't fix the ring skirts, you didn't fix the mat, you didn't fix the boards. As long as the boards are fixed into place and the mat is done right and the ring skirts are done right, you're A-OK. And Tuffy taught us that.
Yes. And
because he was there for a
reason.
reason.
To all the people that have been coming to the shows and helping set up and helping tear down. We really appreciate all your help. It helps out a lot. And I want to shout out to the Monte Carlo Event Center and Latino Fest for hosting us and having us be part of your event this past Sunday.
That's right. And David Linville said, how would a good old farm boy fare in wrestling would do, meaning the hard work they put in on the farm could be part of training, or at least get them ready for wrestling. I heard some trainers do that in the beginning to get a potential wrestler ready.
Hey, farm boys would fare just fine. I mean, I've seen Henry Godwin and Phineas and Hillbilly Jim wrestle. A good old country boy can be a wrestler. That's where I'm from the mountains of eastern Kentucky.
That's right.
If you want to wrestle, come on down, farm boy.
Exactly. If you want to get that training, come on down to Kentucky, because Frankfort, Kentucky is the place to be, because KWF will get you into tip-top shape. You're looking at one of the trainers right there, also owner of KWF.
Correct. And now I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not easy on my trainees. I'm not like some of these newer school guys. You get to train for 2 months and you're going to wrestle. You're going to train, and you're going to train until I think you're ready to have a match. Then we'll talk about you wrestling. You got
That's
complete
right.
training before you get in the ring. When I started, it was 8 months before I even got to even think about having a match. And then they came and told me one day, it's like, hey, you got a match. I didn't have any idea it was coming, but I just trained until I was ready, and that's exactly what anybody who wrestles for me is going to do. You're going to train until I think you've reached the point where you can have a match. I don't care how much you beg, how much you cry. You're not getting in the ring until you're ready to have a match.
Exactly, because that's how it used to be. Nowadays, you got these yahoos that will call themselves trainers, and they'll train you for about a month, and then you're already having a match. Or they'll tell someone that is being trained, that's not even ready for the ring, hey, you come work for me. I'll train you, and I'll put the world title on you already.
100%.
And that's not good training, because that's not the people that you want to be on. You want to be with guys like J.R. Rock, because they'll teach you right. They'll make sure that you are in the best shape of your life, the best professional that you can be in wrestling. And you won't be put out there when you're not ready. You'll be put out there only when they think that you're ready and when you got the basics underneath.
Well, when me and John Strange were running New Origins Wrestling, I was one of the head trainers, and John would always say, don't run them off, JR. They're paying customers. I said, I don't care, John. If they're going to be in this business, they're going to damn well earn it. So I had guys throwing up at training, every training session, so sore they couldn't walk the next day. Just ask Calamity Jane. She came to a training session. She was throwing up all over the place.
That's right, because that's how it's supposed to be. That's how training back then was in wrestling. You don't hold their hands and coddle them. You make them have to earn it. Because that's what's been going on with today's wrestling style. Too many trainers will bring the guys in, train them for a bit, coddle them, tell them that they're doing good. Won't even criticize the dumbass when he fucks up. But when you got a trainer like you, you'll let them know, hey, dumbass, get up and do it this way. Hey, I'll do it this. You just watch me. Now I'll show you. And if they do it again, that's still not good. You're not going to be like, hey, yeah, you did good. Nope, you're going to tell them.
Well, a lot of companies and trainers are afraid of the trainee walking away and then losing that money. You know what? I don't care. If you want to walk away. But if you're going to be one of my trainees and I'm going to put my name on your brand, you're going to have to be presentable and deserve that tag.
Exactly. Because you can't just pay to get training and then expect them to go easy on you. That's not how training goes. Training is supposed to be a two-way street. You're paying to learn from the best, and they're going to teach you the way it's supposed to be. Today's trainers need to fucking understand, get it into gear. If they walk away, that just means that those guys are not fit for wrestling. You dodged the bullet.
When I was coming up, the trainers were hard on me. Like I would be talking to somebody in the back about gimmick ideas, and one of the trainers was like, "Well, I got a gimmick idea for you. How about you bring your ass to training and get better?"
Exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be, because a person that pays to get trained should not be coming up and be like, hey, what's my gimmick going to be? Hey, this, what's my thing? No, that's not how you do it. In wrestling, you pay to get trained. You train first, and then maybe down the line, maybe your training will help you maybe come up with something. But not when you're training. Not when you're right now getting your foot right inside the door, because you got to first step through the door before you can officially be like, yeah, I'm a professional wrestler. You're not a professional wrestler until you got the training under your belt.
That's 100%. There's no need in even thinking about, well, I'm going to be this and I want to be that, because if you can't make it through the training, you're not going to be anything.
Exactly. Plus, that's one way to weed out the people that ain't going to be wanting to be wrestlers, because they're going to say, oh, I bet I could do that. And then after they get that first taste of real training, they're going to run their asses on out that door and never come back. You're basically finding out who wants it and who don't want it. Mm-hmm. Because some guys are only wanting to come in there because they thought wrestling looks cool, because they thought wrestling was perfect just because of gimmicks. But what they're not understanding is that wrestling is going to be hard work, because you got to be presentable, you got to look the part, and you got to be more than what's behind that barricade. Because there's so many fans out there that don't look like professional wrestlers. So when a wrestler comes in there wanting that training, they better be fucking ready to work hard, because they're not going to be getting their hands held. They're not going to be told that you're going to have a gimmick. You're going to be told, motherfucker, straighten up and get your ass in gear, because right now I'm going to teach you something that you never thought wrestling could teach you.
That's exactly right. We're going to take our time and we're going to teach you the craft the right way from the ground up. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We're going to teach you the right way.
That's right.
If you can hang in there and make it through training, you're more than welcome to come wrestle for me and whoever else wants to book you. But if you can't make it, I'm not going to keep you around.
That's
so
right.
I can get your money and suck you dry just to fill my pocket. I'm just be like, hey, you're not going to make it. You can't cut it. I can't train you anymore.
Exactly. And that's the way it's supposed to be, because there's too many wrestlers I've seen that have actually been brought in that were treated like they could wrestle, but they're not fucking wrestlers. They think inside their head that they are, but they were not wrestlers. They coddled because they went and trained with someone that was not a great professional wrestling company.
I agree. There's a lot of young wrestlers now that think because they had a few training sessions and they've got a couple of matches under their belt that they don't need to train anymore, and they're done learning, and they'll show up when the vets show up and don't have to do that stuff, which is not true. If you've been in the listen greenhorns, if you've been in the wrestling business less than 5 years, you are still a greenhorn, period.
That's right. And there's so many of them that don't even realize that they're still greenhorns, because they think that because they've had 1 year of wrestling that they can just act like, oh, I already know everything. No, that's not how it goes. You're supposed to go to the veterans and learn from them. There's too many of them that will be back there, and the veterans that's there, they're not getting their brains picked. That's exactly not training.
Right. That's exactly right. All the young guys come in, and sometimes they shake hands, sometimes they don't, then they just sit on their phone. Yeah. Don't ask for advice, don't ask for critiques, none of that stuff.
But that's why I like KWF's locker room. I got to experience that at the Latino Fest, because there's nobody sitting on their phones. Everybody was having conversation and little tidbits and getting to know something. Because in a locker room, there should be camaraderie. There should not be a phone. There should not be a video game system. There should be guys trying to actively find out from the veteran what they need to do that's going to work for them.
Yeah,
and
100%, yeah.
Basically, heels and babyface should be separate from each other, so you never have to worry about these two trying to fuck up and ruin everything. Because if you got the heels with the heels, and the babyface with babyface, you can have a heel veteran back there and a babyface veteran for the babyfaces. Then you never have to worry about either one trying to sneak off and talk to each other where fans can fucking see, which is the worst thing that you can do.
100%.
But that's why KWF is the company to go to, because you're not going to see something bad. You're going to always see top tier talent, which I've seen. They got started with the block party this year, the Miss Elizabeth Museum exhibit. that was a badass show. They've had the first official show, the Teamsters private event show, and they've had the Latino Fest show and the Fairgrounds show. That's already epic shows to be going to. But this Sunday night, you're going to experience it firsthand if you go out there right now to the second round of the Kentucky Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Because I'm telling you guys, I cannot stress enough that this is the company to go to, because you got Frank the Tank. This man has been on a warpath since day one of entering professional wrestling. This man has always been after gold. And when he saw that silver title, his first thoughts were, that would look good around my waist. And also you'll see guys like Michael Montana. This guy has a badass German suplex that he can hit you with at any time, at any moment's notice. This guy saw that title, and his first thoughts are he wants to be that champion. Even higher, like Mr. Larger Than Life, he saw that title, and his first thoughts were Kentucky Wrestling Federation is the place for me to be at, because that title would look good around this waist. Same thing for OG Ugly. He saw that title, and his first thoughts were, that's the title for me. That would look good for OG Ugly. You know what? I have to agree with him, because that title, looking at it, that's a damn good title, and you, sir, did a great job on helping design it.
Thank you. And one thing I want to say about it is Sean Christopher's in this title tournament, and he keeps saying there's a conspiracy against him, and we're trying to keep him from winning the title. But, Sean, I didn't put myself in the heavyweight title tournament. I'm not trying to just have the belt around my waist. I've got all these other wrestlers that I brought in to compete for the belt. I don't even want to be in the ring.
Exactly.
But when other people's actions force me to, I don't have a choice. So nobody's out to get you. There's no conspiracy. It's just something you and Calamity have made up in your own mind.
Exactly. Like I said, egos. Their egos have inflated to the point where they think that they got to hate you because they know that you're the one that books and are the owner. So they're like, we got to blame someone, so let's blame J.R. Rock. I mean, listen to Calamity Jane at the Latino Fest. She's saying it's all your fault as you were kicking Creed Costello's ass.
I know, and I don't understand. Now, this Sunday, our new commissioner, Shad Stewart, will be in attendance to address any issues or complaints that Sean Christopher, Calamity Jane may have, or anybody else. So he'll be there to lay down the law and the authority of the KWF.
That's right. And he is a great commissioner to have because he was on the ball with what he was doing. When he was on that phone call that night with Sean Christopher, he showed poise. He showed professionalism. He showed that he knew how to get things done. Sean Christopher, if you have a problem, that's the man to go to this Sunday night. Maybe you'll find out some answers from Shad. Maybe Shad will do things right, but probably not, because you, in your head, think that J.R. Rock has somehow conspired to ruin your KWF chances.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Now, every now and then I have to take matters into my own hands when Commissioner Stewart's not available, but for the most part, he's going to be handling all that stuff. He's the authority of the KWF. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the matches and see who wins this tournament.
Exactly, because that's the way that is. You didn't put yourself inside a tournament because you don't want that title. You want to see someone represent your company with pride, poise, and professionalism. And all the men that you have inside this tournament, they all have that in spades. And whoever wins it, it's going to be a fair win. So they better be getting their asses in gear.
Now, some of the guys in the tournament I've known for a long time. Some of them I've just met. But I think every one of them are great competitors and deserve a shot at the title.
That's right. And they need to understand you're not conspiring against nobody. You didn't go out there, Sean Christopher. You sit right here on this show and you said that you were neutral. And for some reason, Sean Christopher's made it since that day one to be saying that you're conspiring against him just because you said you're neutral.
And now, me and him have a long, storied history that goes back 20 years. So there's probably still some bitter feelings from things that's happened in the past. So that's probably where that all stems from.
And I get that, but he needs to understand that you're not J.R. Rock the wrestler. You're not holding any grudges against him. You're doing things fair. Like you said, you're neutral to this. You don't even know who you're booking against who because you put the names out of a hat and pull them out. So he needs to understand it's not your fault that things are going up against him. It's not your fault that he's losing. It's not your fault that he's having a bad day.
That's exactly right. And if he's as good as he says he is, he'll have no problem advancing to the finals in November.
Exactly, because Mr. Showtime, as he calls himself, needs to prove why he's called Showtime instead of maybe not running his mouth at the owner. I mean, you fairly did everything by the book. Even at Latino Fest, Creed Costello was asked for an open challenge. You said you're going to answer the open challenge because why not? Because he was saying he was the blue chipper and you had the blue ribbon.
Yeah.
So you're fairly going after him. And even in that street fight, there was nothing illegal about what you did. You came out there to save them because you had to, because you saw that these punks were deciding they were going to jump someone.
Jump the Masked Superstar for no reason.
That's right. And you got inside the ring and you fought fairly because there are no rules in a street fight. Of course, a rope break ended up counting inside that street fight, but that's okay because it still did not stop your victory because y'all pulled off the win that night.
Exactly right. Now, not only do we have this title tournament coming up, it's going to be nonstop action. On October 18th, it's going to be Rage on the Stage. It's a rock and wrestling festival. The music will start at 3 o'clock. We'll have 6 bands, one playing at 3, 4, and 5 p.m. Then we'll have a full wrestling show from 6 to 8 p.m. And then we'll have a band on at 9, 10, and 11 p.m. Nick, hopefully you will be there. I mean, you've been having trouble getting to these podcasts, so I hope you're more punctual to this event that we're putting on together, brother, because I'll need some help getting everything lined out.
Exactly, because don't forget, he's also got his band that's also going to be playing that first hour.
Jacob Ratliff will be on Rage on the Stage. Ethan Heyer, OG Ugly, Zodiac will be at Rage on the Stage. Max Steele will be at Rage on the Stage, among others.
That's right. And these are matches that you're going to want to see. Folks, October 18th is 4 banger of matches. The main event is a fatal 4-way. And you're going to want to see that.
Yep, it'll be Omega versus Ethan Heyer versus OG Ugly versus the Zodiac.
All great names, especially Zodiac, as you can see, our very first champion when he had a mask. Now he's the Mad Taylor, and I gotta tell you, I think losing the mask made him even more crazier because now he's not the same.
It may have.
And then you got OG Ugly, who's a big boy in his own right, and he said right here on this podcast, he's going in with one thought on his mind, to get a victory. And not only that, he's going to take that victory that he gets, and he's going to carry that to the next victory that he's going to have.
Yeah, KWF surprised him when he was on the podcast with letting him know he was in the heavyweight title tournament and the tag team tournament.
Hell yeah. And not only that, but that's what I like about you, because you jump onto the ball. You saw that he did not realize that he's part of the tournament, and you made sure that he knew. Yes, you sir, you are now in the tournament. And you also made sure that he knew that now he can be part of that tag team tournament if he wants as well, because he's got tag teams.
And I'm anxious to see who his partner's going to be. He's got so many choices. He hasn't told us who his partner's going to be for the tournament yet, so I'm excited to see who he's going to bring.
So am I, because he said he's keeping it close to his chest at the moment. And when that tournament does happen, he's basically got an advantage because no one but him knows who his tag team partner is going to be.
I know he named 3 other guys that he likes to tag with. So once he picks one, I might snatch up those other 2 and say, hey, you guys want to be in the tag team tournament as well?
Oh, that's a...
They could be facing each other.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, that would add a new layer.
But, you know what? That'll be luck of the draw, just like the heavyweight tournament. Put the names in the hat and pull them out.
Exactly.
I've talked to HNIC. They're interested in the tag belts. A great tag team's been around Kentucky for a long time.
Ray Estrella just tagged in. He said, "Hola, como estas?"
Hello, Ray.
Who unjustly got attacked Sunday night, by the way. All he was doing his thing and sending the people home happy. And Jack Ratliff, at the beginning of the show, decided that he's going to take him outside the ring and beat his ass and hit him with a chair. And then, if you recall, J-Rock, you had to come out there with Ray to help the Masked Superstar, because Jack Ratliff and Creed Costello decided to poke their nose into a match that had nothing to do with them.
I know. They had to get involved at the end. I think Masked Superstar had Frank on the ropes, and they didn't want to see that happen.
He did, because Frank was literally seconds away from losing. someone that's close to trying to get the KW's championship, and he was this close to losing to Mass Superstar. And what happened? Jack Ratliff and Crick Costello came out there and jumped him. And then you guys were just evening the odds, but according to Calamity Jane, you were throwing your weight around.
I know. I don't get that. She's on some kind of power trip.
Exactly. And that's what I've been trying to say since the first night that it was revealed that her and Showtime, Sean Christopher, had a plan.
She'll get her comeuppance. I've got no doubt about that.
Exactly.
Because I'm sure there's plenty of people that aren't happy with what she's been doing and how she's been acting towards you guys.
Exactly. And plus, when we do see October 18th, that's going to be a great show because those 4 matches alone, that's worth the admission.
And it's only $10 admission, everybody. $10. You could see 6 bands and 4 wrestling matches.
That's right. And I don't know about them, but $10 is a hell of a deal.
Yeah, and this event will be at the WWME Music Hall on Fern Valley Road in Louisville.
That's right. And that's something that a lot of people should be going out to go see before you have the next Kentucky Wrestling Federation tournament. Because that's going to be the 3rd round. And that could be a hell of a show, too.
Yep, November 2nd will be the 3rd round in the finals of our tournament. That will also be a Salute to Sacrifice night where we're honoring veterans from the local VFW there in Frankfort.
Hell yeah. And people, y'all need to do yourself a favor and save these dates. Because you want to go there and see these. Because this Sunday is at the Thornhill Education Center, 700 Leslie Avenue, Frankfort, Kentucky. Kentucky Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Tournament Round 2.
Yep, not only this Sunday, but the first Sunday of every month, we will be in Frankfort with 4 p.m. bell time.
Hell yeah. And you don't want to miss that because Sunday, that's the best time to be going to a wrestling show. And KWF has got you covered. You want to enjoy some professional wrestling on Sunday? KWF's your man. And I got to tell you, I'm excited to see what the future holds for KWF.
Me too. I'm very excited about all the tournaments, all the ladies we've got coming. Let's talk about the ladies tournament for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been talking to some female wrestlers out of the state of Kentucky, like Sis Sasaki,
Nice.
Amanda Kiss, and some other ladies who are coming in for this tournament as well. So this female tournament will probably be around March or February of next year. It's going to be a big event.
Hell yeah. I know Amanda Kiss because I got her on Facebook. I see her around all the time.
Yep.
So many ladies, including Lucy B. Sweet.
Lucy Sweet, Lexi Green, Tegan Thorne, Miss Larkin, Maria James, all the top female stars from around the tri-state area.
That's right.
Are going to be in this tournament.
And they've all got eyes on those titles.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the title, they're going to be having a target on their back no matter what. But they better be in tip-top shape if they're going to hold that championship. I'm just saying. Big Mama could walk in and walk over everyone.
Yeah.
You never know because she's held every title inside the state of Kentucky.
100%. She's a great competitor.
Sure is. And she's also Northern Wrestling Federation, so you know she's a top-tier professional right there.
And she's also NWA. She was former NWA champion, I believe, or number one contender.
Nice.
She's top of the NWA tier.
Nice. That makes her a top level that all these ladies are going to have to keep their eyes on because I'm telling you, someone from the Mountain Wrestling Association being in the tournament, that's going to have their eyes focused on her because you don't want to focus on just anyone. You want to focus on people like Big Mama and Amazing Maria because these two have so much history, especially Big Mama. And then you got Amazing Maria, who is a former deathmatch wrestler who has wrestled all over the place.
Also, Women of Wrestling star.
Yep. Which you can see. I think it's every Wednesday.
May even have Jessie Bell Smothers show up and throw her hat into the ring for this title. Who knows?
Who happens to be Tracy Smothers' daughter.
Hey, you never can tell. Mickey Knuckles might pop in. So a shot at that belt, too.
Oh, damn. That's a name right there. Mickey Knuckles. I'd hate to see who has to wrestle her. Because you just know Mickey Knuckles, she don't play fair. She'll beat your ass.
All the top female competitors are going to be in this tournament and vying for the championship.
This tournament alone is right now sounding like it is the best thing that happened in the state of Kentucky.
It'll be one night only. 8 women enter. Only one will come out with the belt.
That's right. And you know what? You folks are going to be wanting to see that women's tournament because I'm telling you, all these names that he has mentioned, these names are top-tier talent in the state of Kentucky and all around the world. Not just in Kentucky, but there's so many names that he's brought up that are out of state that you can see right here in Kentucky when that tournament kicks off. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss who's going to capture that title. Because I've been looking at it, and I got to say, whoever holds it, they got a beautiful pink strap that's going around their waist. Hey, even Calamity Jane was looking at it, and she's jealous.
She was interested in it too.
Woo. Just think.
Champion.
She might be eyeing to bring that into her collective now.
She said she was.
Oh no. Well, whoever does come into that tournament, they better keep their eyes on her because I wouldn't trust her at all because you never know. Sean Christopher might have given her some herpes.
Also, our tag team tournament kicks off in December 7th. The first match of the tag team tournament will be Charles Colton and Adrian Alexander versus the Jolly Rogers.
Oh, that's going to be a badass match right there. Ray Estrella said, I'm ready to fight more already than I ever was at Latino Fest. I'm ready for another great challenge and do whatever I have to do to make it in this company. That's a good idea to have.
Well, Ray, you've already got so many belts now, I don't think you need any more.
Exactly. He's trying to add your title to the belt collection.
Yeah.
Man, he's trying to pull Ultimo Dragon on y'all.
He's getting close.
Yeah. That international championship they have includes a bunch of titles, people. It's not just one belt, it's all belts. International, all over the world. He won them inside of a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, and it's looking good for him. But now he's trying to be a hog and try to take the KWF championship himself. But I gotta tell you, Ray, you would have to be having to take on guys like Frank the Tank. Once again, you'd also take on Michael Montana, guys like even higher, guys like anyone that you can think of. I mean, we could even see Aaron Williams. We could see anyone destroy someone like Ray.
100%.
Guys, y'all don't want to miss this tournament.
Thankfully, Ray's leg is healed up from the STF he got at the Powell County Fair show. I was glad to see Ray was healed up and ready to go.
That's right.
Last weekend.
That's right, because remember, Mr. Jacob Radler was trying to make sure that he put this man out of commission. Probably was jealous because he saw all those titles and he's like, I got to ruin this man's career forever.
Yep. The baby intern junior is still on the shelf. I don't know when or if we'll see him back at KWF. There's no telling how much
That's
damage
right.
he's done to his leg.
Exactly. And plus, if you remember, Sean Christopher, he held that for a long time on Baby Intern. He wasn't going to stop. Apparently, he was trying to blame you for it.
And I don't know what I had to do with any of it.
Exactly. All you did was come out afterwards because he was running his gob, and you said, well, you know what? Since you've been complaining about having these two, how about I throw another match your way? How about me versus you, and I kick your ass and show all these people around how we do it here? Because that is your hometown.
He said the baby intern junior and Ray Estrella weren't good enough opponents, so he was looking for more of a challenge, so that's why I stepped up to the plate.
Exactly.
Gave him a little more than he could handle, I think.
Yep. And Jane was trying to say she wasn't crying, but she was.
She looked like she was crying then, and she looked like she was crying at the Latino Fest, too, when I saw that picture that Big Beard Dudley took of her laying on the ground all sprawled down on her mattress back.
She did look like she was crying. She was probably regretting ever getting inside your face because you told her at the beginning of the first match that you had with Creed, you told her, if you wasn't a woman, I'd hit you. But then here comes that main event, and she decides, well, now, since that first time he said he wasn't hit me, he sure ain't going to hit me now. And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Hit her good, and then she start crying on the ground.
Well, you know what they say, you talk shit, you get hit.
That's right, because she fucked around. She found out from you because you're like, stay the hell out of it. This is between me and your dumbass client.
I mean, in the end, they did get the better of me, but I gave it a good.
That's
go.
right. And the only reason why they got the better of you is because of street fight rules. It meant that she could attack you while your back was turned. That's the only reason why Creekar still got the upper hand there. But that didn't stop you because you still were kicking his ass because I saw you strap his ass again right there inside the ring.
He almost did a backflip over the security rail when I hit him with that big boot.
He did. You had him wanting to think his life choice is over because he thought that he was Mr. Badass, that he had a blue chipper on his shoulder, that he was the man, the myth, the legend, and then out comes you. You hit him with that strap one good time, and he was already climbing the barricade like, nope, I'm over. It's done. I swear I heard him cry, actually.
It wouldn't be the first time.
I think everyone would cry when they're getting whipped by a fucking metal leather thingy.
I mean, that leather strap was pretty tough, and that's a legit leather strap.
It looks like it hurts.
Trust me,
So
when...
good.
I would imagine.
And that's his trademark. When he brings that out, you best believe opponents and everyone else going to be crying. Not him, though. You may hit him with it, but he can handle it. Because it's made tough like him. That's why they call him J.R. Rock. And guys, I'm telling you, this Sunday, in October 18th, these are the shows to go to get yourself prepared. Because you're going to see a lot of high-octane action. You're going to be having round 3 happening in November. You're going to be having everything that you could possibly expect from Kentucky Wrestling Federation happening soon. And that's not even preparing you for what's going to be happening with the ladies tournament, with the tag team tournament, and with what other ideals they've got cooking. Because you just know that when you go to a Kentucky Wrestling Federation show, you're going to get the very best in professional wrestling in the state of Kentucky, because they're not just going to bring in any Yahoo. They're going to bring in someone that they can trust, someone that they can count on, someone that they know is going to be professional, because that is what professional wrestling is, and that is what Kentucky Wrestling Federation is all about. Because unlike other companies, no offense to them, they may bring in professional wrestlers, but let me tell you what, they will not bring in someone that's going to suck. They're not going to bring in someone that they know is going to be a bad fit for them. They're going to bring in someone that they know is the very best for Kentucky Wrestling Federation. And you best believe that this Sunday night is where you can find all the great action for the heavyweight tournament, because you're going to have Big Mama taking on Lucy B. Sweet. And I've already experienced this with Lucy B. Sweet and Lexi Green. But man, I cannot tell you how badass it's going to be to see Lucy B. Sweet try to take on Big Mama herself, one badass woman who's held every women's title here in the state of Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss that action, because she's a badass. And not only that, but round 2 is going to have some great action. I already know a couple of names that's going to be wrestling this Sunday, and you guys don't want to miss it, because I'm telling you right now, this is the company to be at. And J.R. Rock right there, that man knows what he's doing, and you can expect the very best. And Showtime Sean Christopher, you best hope and pray to God that you can beat someone like Jackie Ratliff, because I'm telling you, he's no good and you're no worser. Because Jackie Ratliff will, just like you, love to do the STF. Well, guess what? Jackie Ratliff, he loves to also tear on the legs. So I guarantee you better be waiting. You better be watching. You better make sure that he does not grab your leg. Because I'm telling you right now, when he grabs your leg, Sean Christopher, he's not going to put you inside the STF. You know what he's going to do? He's going to take your leg. He's going to bring it down. He's going to twist it around. And he's going to get you into that little thing they likes to do, where he does it into a crossface. And you're not going to be feeling no better. So, Sean Christopher, I evaluate you to go and watch Jack Ratliff against Ray Estrella, because you're going to see exactly what he did to Ray. And maybe you'll be smart enough. Maybe you'll just find a way how not to get your leg done that way. Because let me tell you, while you brag about your STF, Jackie Ratliff will find ways to take your leg and twist it into a malignant puzzle. And you don't want that. So, brother, while you're hating on J.R. Rock over here, and you're blaming everyone else for conspiracy, maybe, just maybe, do yourself a favor and go watch Jack Ratliff's tapes. And find a way not to get your leg broken by this man. Because Jack Ratliff, he does take pleasure in breaking legs. So, brother, do yourself that favor. Sorry, J-Rock. I was just ranting for the folks at home to go watch this great show.
You're all hyped up. You're dying to see Sean Christopher versus Jacob Ratliff.
That's right. And plus,
hopefully you're not disappointed if another name gets drawn out of the hat. It might be Sean Christopher versus Marcus Johnson.
Oh, no.
It might be Sean Christopher versus Lifeguard Ross.
No.
It might be Sean Christopher versus the Zodiac.
I mean,
that one would be good.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
And also, Mr. Showtime Sean Christopher should probably stop focusing on you being conspiratorial towards him.
I won't be there. I'm not going to be in the tournament. But I'd like to take just 1 minute to thank all our sponsors, VIP Community Health in Lawrenceburg. I'd like to thank Skullface Records and Nick Himes for helping us get this wrestling show at Rage on the Stage and all the great bands that are going to be there. I'd like to thank NiceGuyAndy Podcast for having us once again. I'd like to thank the Monte Carlo Event Center and Latino Fest and the Powell County Fair Board for having us put on these great shows over the past couple of weeks.
That's right. Guys, I cannot stress enough that you need to go out there this Sunday, the Thornhill Education Center, 700 Leslie Avenue in Frankfort, Kentucky. You're going to see Kentucky Wrestling Federation's Round 2 of the Heavyweight Tournament. You don't want to miss it. I sure as hell ain't going to miss it because I'm going to be there. I'm going to hear exactly what Calamity Jane has to say after I said it was just business and then she decided to make it personal. I'm going to be there to find out why she took this from our champion, who I know has defended his title, who I know was fairly going up against Creed Costello, and she decided to take that right there from him. And I don't know what she's doing, but this Sunday, I implore you to go find out why she did what she did. Because I know I'm going to be there. I know all of us are going to be there. I know all of us want the answer because it's been eating me up inside since the day Sean Christopher sit right there where J-Rock is sitting right now. And he revealed Calamity Jane was on his side the entire time.
Well, it kind of makes sense now that Creed was in the match with Marty where she took the belt and then boom, she's managing Creed at Latino Fest.
Exactly. And there's no telling who else she has corrupted to be on her side. There's no telling who else has a big ego like that. Because from what I'm seeing, the Sean Christopher and the Calamity Jane Collective is a bunch of egomaniacal maniacs. They think that their shit don't stink.
All right, everybody, I'll see you Sunday, 4 p.m. Ringside tickets, $15. Floor seats, $12. General admission, $10. Everybody
That's right.
There.
Stay nice, everyone, because this is the Nice Game Podcast, and we say, you're not having fun?
You ain't getting one.
Damn, Skippy. Yeet, yeet. That's number 113.
Nice Guy Andy Podcast.
Wait. Claim J just chimed in real quick. She said, you mean desperately admit, Jacob Ratliff, your ears don't work, son. Listen. You're no good, Calamity Jane, and he's better than you. So shut your mouth, eat it and weep, and you better reveal to us this Sunday why you did everything you did.
Nice Guy Andy Podcast.
Hi, Michael.